In Victorian Britain, handmade products were refined and had a class. Handmade products were preferred by the aristocrats, and these handmade products were better finished and carefully designed. The wages were very low of the laborers, and the demand for the labor was seasonal. So, compared to the machine product produced cloth, there was a demand of handmade products, especially by the elite class. Now, let's see the life of the workers. So, after the busy season was over, laborers looked for even odd jobs, which till the mid 19th century was difficult to find. Though the wages increased sometimes in the early 19th century, but this increase was balanced by increase in the price of the commodities. There was a fear of unemployment amongst the laborers. The income of the workers depended on also on the number of days of their work. Till the mid 19th century, about 10% of the urban population was extremely poor. Poor workers were forced to live in slums. Am I audible, better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. Thank you. Okay. So, due to introduction of new technology, demand for the instructions for the infrastructure opened major employment opportunities in the year 1840. So we can say the technology and employment. Here you will study about the fear of unemployment made workers unfriendly to the introduction of the new technology. Equation आपको I think is textual also. How spinning Jenny one question is there regarding the
Yes,
spreaded
ma'am.
the
Why did
fear of
why
unemployment, right? Question number,
yes, ma'am.
mark
It's
this
in the
question
type
as
that
important.
why did
हाँ,
women
इस
attack spinning jenny?
yes, why did women attack spinning jenny? So यहाँ पे आपको बताना है regarding the spinning jenny that with the introduction of spinning jenny in the wool industry, women who survived on hand spinning began attacking new machinery because of the fear of unemployment. Clear? The
Yes,
first
ma'am.
flow chart is clear. It is regarding the age before the industrial revolution. इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? We call it proto industrialization. क्या बोलते हैं? Proto industrialization. Here we have studied the coming up of factories. Factories कैसे आई? 1730s में first factories, two dynamic industries were established. कौन कौन सी थी वो? Cotton and metals. Then we have also studied the change in the woolen industry जहाँ पे क्या होने लगा, which included the carding, twisting and spinning. Production process को क्या करने लगा? This series of inventions increase efficacy of each step of production process. Then manual labor and steam power. Here we have studied the life of the workers. The first flow chart is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Next comes the age of Indian textiles. So British colonies like India industrialized with the development of factories. Let's look at the flow chart and listen to me. With the development of factory industries and the non-mechanized sector. When we talk about the age of Indian textiles, यहाँ पे बात आती है silk and cotton products. The silk and the cotton products of India dominated the international market before the age of machine industries. Armenia and Persian merchants took the finer qualities of cotton from Punjab to Afghanistan, Eastern Persia, and Central Asia. Surat, underline this line, Surat, Masulipatam, and Hooghly. It is there in your book, please underline. So the most important ports which were used for trade. यहाँ पे आप लोग पढ़ोगे the decline of हाँ, port of Surat by the end of 18th century. क्यों decline हुआ and why it was shifted to some other place? So by the 1750s क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? Here only with the arrival of the European companies, Indians started losing their control over the trade. Then, the European companies were gaining power by securing a variety of concessions from the local courts. Some of the companies got monopoly rights, means single rights, to trade. All this resulted in a decline of the old ports like Surat and Hooghly. Where is Hooghly, beta? Hooghly?
West
Where?
Bengal.
It's Bengal, yes. It's in Bengal. So all these things resulted in the decline of old ports like Surat and Hooghly, and emergence of the new ports like Bombay and Calcutta. This was an indication of the growth of the new colonial power. Now let's study the conditions, the situation of weavers. Yes, as Indian fine textiles were in great demand in Europe, the East India Company was keen on expanding textile exports from India. The French, the Dutch, the Portuguese, and the local traders competed in the market, and thus producers had a bargaining power. So, the officials of the East India Company faced problems for getting smooth supply. After the company established its political power in India, it started to eliminate its competitors and try to assert a monopoly over the trade. In many places of Bengal and Carnatic, weavers left villages and migrated to some other villages, and some even revolted against the British East Company and refused to take the loan. Next comes about the Gomastas. Mark, this question is important regarding Gomastas. Is there in a book? Yes. It's question number one, D part. East India Company appointed Gomastas to supervise weavers in India. So mark करो, important question है. So East India Company started appointing Gomastas, that is a paid servant, to supervise weavers, collect supplies, and examine the quality of cloth. The new Gomastas, they were the British officials, and they had no social links with the villages, acted arrogantly, and punished the weavers for the delay in supplies. They marched into the villages in sepoys and peons, with sepoys and peons, and often punished the weavers by beating with sticks. So this was all about the Gomastas. The situation of weavers in India when the various French, Dutch, Portuguese, and the various traders they competed in the Indian market. Then we'll study the when Manchester came to India. Where is Manchester? Yes, who will tell me?
England.
Is in England. Yes, it's in England, Manchester. So क्या हुआ जब Manchester goods flooded the Indian market at that time in the year 1811 and 12, the share of the cotton textile industry was 33% only of India's export, but it was only 3% in the year 1850 and 51. In the 19th century, textile industries in England began developing, and the India industrialized pressurized the government to impose heavy import duties on cotton textiles so that Manchester goods could not sell in Britain without facing any competition from the Indian market. And by the 1870s, cotton import from England was over 50% of the value of Indian import. This was a condition of the Indian goods in Manchester in Britain. Next, we have the factories coming up. So, in this, we'll study. Wait a while. Yes. So, till the World War One, the last sectors of the Indian industries was taken over by the European managing agencies. And the Indian entrepreneurs like Dwarkanath Tagore, J.N. Tata, Seth Hukumchand, Dinshaw Petit were coming in the industrial sectors. The workers came from the nearby districts. For that, a new system of jobbers. Again, beta, if you remember, मैंने क्वेश्चन आपको हाफ एलिस में डाला था who was jobbers, right? Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, 1 mark, important. Who were jobbers? Yes. For that purpose, they appointed a new system of jobbers who recruited the new recruits from the villages. And the major industries were of tea and coffee plantations, mining, and indigo, as well as jute also. So, over the war years, industrial production in India boomed. The economy of Britain suffered due to the war. And at that time, the use of advertisements came in, and it was also used as a way of inculcating the spirit of nationalism. So, the initial stages of advertising in India were when Manchester industrialists began selling clothes in India, they put labels on the cloth bundles made in Manchester. Sometimes images of the Indian gods and goddesses, like the example Krishna, we have Saraswati, then were used in the these labels. But the 19th century manufacturers were printing calendars to popularize their products, as calendars were used even by the people who could not read. Besides the images of gods, sometimes figures of important persons, emperors, and gods and nawabs were also in the advertisements and calendars. Advertisements sometimes became a vehicle of the nationalist message of Swadeshi, which guaranteed the quality of the product. So, what we have concluded from the chapter, we have seen the age of industries has meant major technological changes, the growth of factories, and the making of a new industrial labor force. Small scale production and hand technology also played key role in the industrial landscape. So the chapter is clear. I
Yes,
have discussed the
ma'am.
summary of the chapter. It is clear.
Yes,
So let's
ma'am.
discuss the question answers. Shall we? You just tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll ask you different questions. Just answer. Okay. Uh, Earliest factories were established in India in England in which year? I repeat. The earliest factories were established in England in which year?
1750s.
30.
1730. It's 1730. 1730. Okay. Then cotton textile came up as the leading sector in the first phase of industrialization in which year? I repeat. Cotton textile came up.
1840s.
Yes. Who said? Exot? Good. It's 1840s. Right. So India saw decline and desolation of cotton in which year? India saw a decline and desolation of cotton.
1850.
Okay. Yes, it's 1850s. Good, very good. Next is we have uh yeah, the establishment of the first cotton mill in Bombay in which year?
1854.
Yes, इसको भी mark करो बेटा.
18.
हाँ, whenever you go for the exams after 10th standard ये आपको exam में आता है. Last year भी आया था. Then next we have what happened in 1860s? किसकी डिमांड बढ़ी थी? 1860s. Yes, in 1860s there was an increase in demand of dash and dash. Which industries? Dash industries. Which industries?
Cotton industries.
Metals and cotton.
Other than cotton, cotton के अलावा
Metal industries.
Metals.
iron and steel.
Yes.
ठीक है? Yeah, iron and steel. Then tell me next thing. Yeah, the first spinning and weaving mill of Madras was established in which year? The first spinning.
1874.
Yes, it's 1874.
17.
Good. 1874. Now, in which year the cotton prices in India doubled? In which year the cotton prices in India doubled? Yes. Who will answer? In which year? In which decade? From 1900 to 1912. Okay, next. A popular music publisher E.T. Paul produced a music book in which year? First page only.
1900.
Yes,
1900.
1900. Good.
1900.
Very good. The first Indian jute mill in Calcutta was established in which year? The first Indian
1855.
1855?
1855.
No.
It's from 1855.
1855.
What about 1917 then? No?
From Calcutta.
1855.
1855?
Ma'am,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Calcutta in 1917 and in Bengal 1855.
Was yes, I'm talking about Calcutta. Calcutta में बेटा 1917 को establish हुआ था, ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
No need to get confused. Yes. अच्छा, last one. In which year? From which year to which year? ठीक है? Handloom cloth production expanded. Handloom cloth production. Yes, from 1900 to 1940s. Okay, let's discuss the question answer, the textual question. Why did women workers in Britain attack spinning jenny? क्या हुआ था यहाँ पे?
Ma'am,
Because of
because the
fear of.
people feared that they
Because of the
people
fear
feared
of
that they would not.
unemployment.
Okay.
Because they lose their jobs.
ठीक है, but you have to start the answer like this. Like who invented a spinning jenny and in which year? Who invented? Yes, बेटा बोलो.
Ma'am, James
James Higgies.
Hadrian's
James
Yeah, in
Hicks.
which
year
year?
1764.
1764. And now उसको आपने बताना है बेटा कि this machine speeded up the spinning process and reduced the demand for the labor. उसके बाद आपने बताना है कि क्या हुआ था, क्यों इन्होंने जो है they were feared. ठीक है. Next we have in the 17th century merchants and towns in Europe began employing peasants and artisans within the villages. क्या बताओगे इसमें आप? Explain. You have to explain this line.
Please repeat again.
It's question number 2 only. Here, textual questions. Question number 1, B part. In the 17th century, merchants from towns in Europe began employing peasants and artisans within the villages. क्या हुआ था ऐसा? Why
Because
they
there
started
was
employing?
dominance of
They started
urban
employing
crafts
so that they could
and
Okay, सुनो. Here you
so
write
that they
about the
could gain.
here you write about the monopoly rights, about the urban crafts and the trade guilds. ठीक है? And those guilds were very powerful. Associations were very powerful and restricted the entry of the new people into the trade. First, I think second page of a chapter, second para is there. Full para you have to write. Then the C part, mark the part we have discussed. The port of Surat declined by the end of 18th century. This is important.
because of the
Yes, yes.
because of the
Because
dominance of
U-boats.
the European
Ha,
powers.
this we have already done. The D part, the East India Company appointed Gomastas who to supervise weavers in India. Again, it's important. ठीक है. Then true or
Gomasta
false,
were
tell me which statement is true and which one is false. At the end of the 19th century, 80% of the total workforce in Europe was employed in the technological advanced industrial sector. Yes or no? True or
false.
false? Yes.
False.
False. Good. False. Now the B part, the international market for the fine textile was dominated by the India till 18th century. Is
True.
yes, true. American Civil War resulted in the reduction of cotton exports from India.
False.
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 Yes. The introduction of the fly shuttle enabled handloom workers to improve their productivity. True or false?
True.
True.
Next,
True.
industrialization, this we have done. Then, why did some industrialists in 19th century Europe preferred hand labor over machines? Why?
Because of the
Because
availability of the slave.
First point you have to write कि जो machines थी they needed capital investment, ज़्यादा capital था. These were costly and difficult to repair. Repairing cost was very high. ठीक है? The laborers were available at lower wages. The seasonal laborers was required in seasonal industries only. And the demand for the of market of specific length, variety of colors and designs could not be fulfilled by the machine made goods. And handmade goods were preferred by the elite class. ठीक है? Mark next question, very very important. Question number 5. How did East India Company procured the regular supplies of cotton and silk textiles from the Indian weavers? Mark करो उसको बेटा, मुझे important है. मास्टर्स के बारे में लिखना है आपने यहाँ पे. Then the East India Company got the monopoly right over trade. इसके बारे में लिखना है आपने, ठीक है? Then the details about the Go Masters. हाँ. Then the next question number 6 is was no, not important from the examination point of view. Then we have question number 7. Why did industrial production in India increase during the First World War? अगेन इम्पोर्टेंट, ठीक है, क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have done the chapter. What is the next chapter now? Yeah, cities वाला,
Print culture and modern world.
small build print culture in modern world. And next is the कौन सा chapter बेटा उसके बाद आपका? We have Jammu and Kashmir chapter that we have
Yes,
already
ma'am.
done. We will not discuss that chapter. So after that chapter, print culture in the modern world, we'll discuss geography. And doubt in today's class? कोई doubt है?
No, ma'am.
Take care of yourself. God bless you all. And doubt, please let me know. Study well. ठीक है? Okay, all please leave turn by turn. Then I will end my class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.